Evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to this edition of the Halcyon Show. My name's Lorne Risley, host of the show. I know I said 8. I lied. Sue me. I literally have nothing better to do. And since I promised that I would go live, I figured let's just crack on. Let's not waste any time. So, and also I've uploaded a bunch of Kingsley Thunder shorts today. Be a dear, go check some of those out. The original interview didn't do as well as I originally would have hoped. So if you don't have time for a full hour interview, maybe check out one of the 5-minute segments of Kingsley Thunder. Very talented young man, certainly worth a look. I thought he gave a very interesting conversation. Shotty Horroh versus Shuffle-T. Battle of the year. I'm not sure about that one. That's one I don't know if I completely agree with. But yeah, Shotty Horroh versus Shuffle-T, Battle of the Year, Premier Battles. Originally aired, the video at least, on the 26th of March 2023. Quote, UK heavyweights Shotty Horroh and Shuffle-T match up in a superstar battle live at the sold-out Brixton Jamm in London. For Plug 3, it was there. It was my first battle rap event, and this is the battle that inspired it, because holy shit, I get to see Shuffle-T perform, and who is he performing with? Oh my god, Shotty Horroh. Lord have mercy. The hype for this one was real, and yeah, it was everything that everyone wanted it to be. So from the perspective of it being a great battle, I have nothing to add, because yes, very much so. Yeah. You know what it is. Let's just crack on, shall we? Let's do this. Oh, for God's sake. Every stream, I somehow managed to screw up one aspect of the production. Every stream. Let's try again. Let's go. Back when they were still doing the teams. Seems like such a... Oh... They have not mixed those two images up. You couldn't take 2 pictures before the battle, guys? Come on now. Using all of the graphics. Premier Battles.
Premier Battles, we are in London for the Plug 3. If you're with us in the building, make some noise.
Not that it matters. I'm over here somewhere. Right over here. In fact, I think it's this gentleman here in the grey that is perpetually blocking my goddamn view from the whole battle. Whoever you are, sir. Fuck you for being so tall and grey.
We're about to get into the main event of the card. It's been a long time coming. I'm excited to announce this one. On the left-hand side, the manager of Shark City from Manchester. Make some noise for Shotty Horroh. Let's go.
Season record of 0-0.
And on my right-hand side, no stranger to this stage, an absolute vet representing Knight, Shuffle-T. Let's go!
My boy, Shuffle-T.
No race for the season. It's a 3-round battle. Shotty decided he's starting round 1. It's round 1. Shotty Horroh. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. So, I have never noticed that before. Jesus Christ, just completely cuts Briggsy off. Just literally almost runs it. That would have been awkward. I've never seen Briggsy crowd surf before, and I've got no will or want to see it on this occasion. Lucky miss, but I've never noticed that before. Crazy. Yeah, this next bit was timely when it occurred.
When I say long live, you say paste. Long live! Paste! Long live! Paste! Long live! Paste!
I will just say, this is how... In fact, no, there's my stupid ass face right there. There's Culver in the house. He's the one who actually suggested it. So, had it not been for him suggesting it, none of you fuckers would probably know me in battle rap these days, because I wouldn't have pursued the battle rap interviews as fervently as I did once I realised I was going to go to this event. So, it's his fault. It's his fault.
Long live! Passe! Some said I wasn't going to show up! That's what the talk was about! I show up to the showdown to show up and to show up all the crowd!
Isn't that ironic that that doesn't apply to most of his opponents? That some said he wasn't going to show up. Nah, it's usually his opponent that doesn't fucking show up. For a variety of different reasons, but there's a common thread. Everyone was really ready for this man. Very fuzzy Shotty Horroh on this occasion.
Shuffle-T.
Hey. Ha,
Ha,
ha. Hey, hey.
Fucking hey. Oh, I wrote the book about multisyllabic rhyming patterns. Look at me.
1 second. And that book is available right now from Shuffle-T.com while copies last. It's the Advanced Rhyming Dictionary, literally every rhyme for a dictionary that you could possibly have. The Advanced Rhyming Dictionary, available from Shuffle-T.com right now. It's a good book. You should buy it. Tony D doesn't like it.
Geek. You stay up for a couple of weeks, a month at least. You probably couldn't sleep. I guess trying to think of everything that rhymes with everything must come with some degree of pulling teeth. You telling Marlowe you can't go to his fox hunt retreat because you got this humongous...
Going in with the posh angle already.
Shuffle-T. Fucking hey. Oh, I wrote the book about multisyllabic rhyming patterns. Look at me. You fucking geek. You stay up for a couple of weeks, a month at least. You probably couldn't sleep. I guess trying to think of everything that rhymes with everything must come with some degree of pulling teeth. You telling Marlowe you can't go to his fox hunt retreat because of this humongous heap of things that rhyme with runabee and stuff. Telling Rowan you're not going to battle in some club in Leeds on Don't Flop rapping it hustle free because you got a...
Fair play, because somewhere in that crowd is somewhere in there, he was lurking, and yeah, threw it out there. Funny. Yeah, not much more to say to that. I will say as well, the interesting thing about this battle is not that it's worth pointing out or doing in this moment. This is the one that really helped me define my Shotty Horroh impression. Because what you realise with Shotty is it's all chin and teeth. Once you can master the machinations of those two things when you're talking, it makes it really easy to do what is, again, a very lazy Mancunian accent over a very animated exposure. But yeah, anyways, yeah. Not actually, you say brave. Shotty Horroh, he knows he can get away with doing pretty much whatever the fuck he wants and people will applaud. So, but still, fair play for the Don't Flop caller.
An upcoming book release, and I congratulated him like, you wrote a book? What an amazing guy. When you hear he wrote a book, your thoughts go to some of our greatest minds. I said, what's your book about? Space and time. Ancient tribes. The economic crisis as we sit back and watch inflation rise.
No, it's actually called the Advanced Rhyming Dictionary, the Multisyllabic Rhymes for Rappers and Poets. Cracking book. Available now via Shuffle-T.com while stocks last. The Advanced Rhyming Dictionary on Shuffle-T.com.
No. It's a novel. Something a little more on the creative vibe. No! Conspiracy theories. Children of the Matrix vibe. David Icke. Please. Tell me the subject you're taking with this publication, because I cannot take the hype. He looked me dead in the face and he said, I wrote a book about complicated rhymes.
I mean, it tracks. You can't be surprised. You can't be surprised when Shuffle-T comes to you and says, I've written a book. See? Mint.
Complicated rhymes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multisyllabics. They absolutely have to be done when you're rapping to the punch be lacking. Plus, the grammatical structure and pattern needs a strict function and fashion, but I'll allow for slight discrepancies depending on the native tongue and the accent, but that's...
And as much as I'm not sure he won this battle, you cannot argue, god damn, the man knows delivery.
Yeah. Multisyllabics.
Do it again. Fucking hell.
Needs a strict function and fashion, but I'll allow for slight discrepancies depending on the native tongue and the accent, but that does come with an asterisk, and you know.
Who needs to kiss a girl?
Who needs to kiss a girl?
Can I... Oh, man. Am I really in the mood? Okay, fuck it. Why not? That hits harder 15 years ago. Shuffle-T's fucking mid-30s. Like, with a long-term girlfriend. Like, it just doesn't hit. Like, oh yeah, we're going to make fun of him for fucking... You're right there, Gulag. I don't think you want to stick around because I don't know how kind I'm going to be to certain players in this one. Yeah, I mean, look, it was funny in the moment. I don't know. It's alright.
Who needs to kiss a girl? That stuff's just a distraction. I don't need direct sunlight or a shower, none of it. Why would I go to a club and get plastered when I could stay at home, figure out the number of chapters and sift through my rejection emails to see if the publishers haven't told me I need to be fucking embarrassed. I'm joking. He's kissed a girl before.
Have you kissed a girl?
Say what you... Okay, so I'll retract part of my critique is that this is the other thing that gets maybe a little bit missed on Shotty Horroh sometimes is his stage presence. And do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if at some stages in his life he has had some direction in terms of, like... what's the word I'm looking for? But, like... So Bobby Rex, I don't know if you know this, was a classically trained actor at one point. He attended stage school or some variation of it and has some training as an actor. I wouldn't be surprised, considering how skillful Shotty is, that he hasn't developed at least, procured some of that through osmosis, because one of the things is facial expressions and staying in character. He maintains the Shotty Horroh character throughout his battles in a way that, again, sells a lot of the stuff. It's how he is able to almost not only intimidate most of his opponents, but it's half the reason why the crowd cheers is because they're so fucking scared of the guy, because he's so committed to the role that he's playing on stage. And fair play, man, it's bloody effective. Everyone's just glued to him, man. He's just... It's impossible to ignore how charismatic he is.
He's kissed a girl before. In fact... Shuffle and his extras finalised the fucking divorce. Ooh. Bitch wrote the man a rhyme for Valentine's, and he told her a multis was forced.
See now, that 10 out of 10, no notes, fabulous.
Put in a score. Give it just under a 4. She laughed it off. Oh my Adam, it's funny for sure, but he says she should have known better, but it's something he just couldn't ignore. Especially now he's booked in the store, so he doesn't love her no more. Fucking run for the door. Fucking guy. Awkward as fuck, walking like he's got a wooden spine. Doesn't let you sing happy birthday to him
because it doesn't rhyme. Yeah. See, now that works, because Shuffle-T's thing is, even he takes the piss out of himself in that Knights trailer where he's like, Knights headquarters, like, direct orders. Yeah, it's nice because it's got the plural. Like, it works. So, yeah, doesn't let you sing happy birthday to him because it doesn't rhyme. Fantastic. Yeah, again, 10 out of 10. No notes.
Wore his weird fucking trench coat 100 times. Got you looking like you come disguised as some cunt that likes the under 5s. Nonce! Nonce!
So that tickled Shuffle there. That was
Wore
good.
it so many times, he doesn't need to hang up his coat. He hasn't washed it in years. He takes it off and it stands on its own.
Don't you just hate
that
it when
coat
someone...
is alive.
Don't you just hate it when someone sticks with a gimmick because they think it makes them look cool? Isn't that stupid when people stick to that? It's dumb. That's what it is. It's just dumb.
It's symbiosis. It demands the controls when attached to a host. I saw him put his hand inside said jacket, and it actually moaned. Oh yeah. Either it's been in the same jacket for 10 years, or you got 10 that stacks on a special rack like Dexter's lab. Each of them have a tiny pocket which contains a microscopic list of all the sex you've had. That coat screams! That coat screams, why does she never text me back? So dirty, every time he wears it, his neck gets chapped and his flesh is cracked with the reddish rash. I gave him a hook last week and my leg was scratched. I had to get a Dettol bath. I had to get a Dettol bath for the tetanus jab. Fuck that coat!
Yeah, fuck that coat. Tell him, Shotty. Fuck that coat.
I've never known anything to smell as bad. It gets me mad. When I see it, it makes me want to jet like a Pepsi ad for collecting cans. That one's for the Netflix fams. You get me, young. Bow! Best round in! 6 omelets! 2 more rounds.
Okay. A perfectly fine first round, but...
Oh, Shove. Right.
Go, Shove.
Everybody's been telling me I will never survive this next vote. I was never alive, been sentenced to life. They sent me to fry at death row. They've already supplied some fresh clothes, the burial site, the headstone. I'm dead on arrival, end of the line, but ready to die.
So let's go. Go again, Shove. Go again, Shove.
That's why I've drafted a will.
Half the people expecting to pull it out.
Sounds like to continue, so I leave the registered rights to Pedro. And I want Big J to finally get that sexy designer trench coat. And to Soul I leave my engraved piece of Jefferson Price's bedpost. And a really, really, really long collection of rhymes for Death Note. Because I'm battling Shotty Horroh. Yeah? The genius. I mean it. In Manchester, this guy is Jesus. I am in utter shock. I am giddy. In pieces. I am in utter shock. I am giddy. In pieces. Underprepared best man. I'm speechless.
Just like that. We're back, folks.
They said Shotty's back to battling. It's just like the olden days. Couldn't believe it. God's back, huh? Holy shoulder blades.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. I'm back too. We'll stop premierbattles. You already know the dizzle. Been underground. Now Shuff's in town. Lock up your daughters. Joseph Fritzl.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement with Shotty on this one. Yeah.
This battle was meant to happen last April, honestly. This battle was meant to happen last April, honestly. He called it off. I was like, what? But mate, you promised me. I asked if it's still happening. He's like, maybe, possibly. I've been patiently waiting for this ancient prophecy. Too pussy to actually face me properly. He's pissing himself, scared that it'll take a loss to me. It's taken you...
Got booed in London for that, man.
He's pissing himself, scared that it'll take a loss to me. It's taken you three prime ministers and a change of monarchy.
Tell me Shuff is not winning this round. Tell me.
Do you realise how many lines I had that are now outdated due to that attitude? Do you understand how many Chris Rock, Will Smith punchlines I had to say? Organising an event and putting yourself as the headline is the worst, mate. It smacks of those kids who charge the other kids to come to their birthday. We're having this clash judged too. By performers he would have to know. Because they rap for your platform. This sports arena that you own. I can only imagine which way they all will see the battle go. This is about as unbiased as Kim Jong-un and a North Korean talent show.
Yep. He's 100% right. 100% right.
I've got you figured out. Roids,
Oh God, I forgot all about
Simmer
that.
down, mate. You should be chilling out, poised. Think about it. All he has is a loud voice, but your writing's more of a shit show than Mrs. Brown's Boys.
I like it. Hey, Irish. Well, Irish though, you know.
And it rhymes with Chris O'Dowd's voice, but I'm not even using it.
Keep going!
You hit mid-30s and went up about 6 dress sizes. You are a You hit mid-30s and went up about 6 dress sizes. You are a limping, groaning, knuckle-dragging midlife crisis. I don't care about who's most popular, I care about who's the nicest. You have a bigger name than me, so does fucking ISIS. Now, I preferred you before when you were off the roids and thin. But now he's addicted to working out and it's poisoned him. You on social media is an extremely annoying thing.
Extremely.
The whole Twitter feed is you and Koj just agreeing you enjoy the gym.
You do like the gym.
Killing him! Killing him!
You're right, we love the gym.
I want the stick person that we've seen. This version baffles me. Wants to wrestle now? Well, I doubt we'll see a big surge in casualties. Such a fake guy, he'll only fake fight. He'll inverse to atrophy. Want to wrestle so bad, go wrestle with your split personality. I'm praying and I'm hoping that by the end of this, his head is fixed. I'm talking to him since it's clear a therapist never did. Because you on social media's nuts. I mean, you've got this anger that brews. There's different versions of him. These doppelgangers you use. Someone said something you don't like, he's gotten mad in a mood. Now Shotty's back in the room, you're not the Adam we knew. This constant angst is problematic. What's the matter? Stop the act. This rotten apple's gotten bad, he's lost entangled. Shocking touch, you're not a man, you're a youth. That's not what adults should do. Keep going! Acting like everyone's against him. What an arrogant view, like you're the center of attention. Your logic has to improve. Not everybody's a snake, a shocking fact, but it's true. When you fall out with everyone, then the common factor is you. You fuck up relationships the moment you activate a computer. Turning friends you keep into enemies, and those actions make you a user. Think St. Patrick's Day. I banish snakes. I am the saint of the future. I keep a head of serpents like Perseus decapitating Medusa. So don't let his bullshit blur your vision. Don't be intimidated by a word he's written, because what he says isn't true like tabloid journalism, so don't be scared. Most horror stories are a work of fiction.
Fucking hell. Tell me he lost that first round.
He's alright, isn't he?
He is. So tell him to Uncle Tony knows, and so does Shotty. Tell me he lost that first round. Lie to me and let me see what you look like when you are lying, because he fucking killed that round. Not only with the bigger reactions, the funniest stuff, but then the harder shit on top of that stuff too. Shotty Horroh turned it for a roast in that first round, and instead got stuff he was like, hang on, that's a bit too good. So there you go. He's alright, isn't he? Yes, he is. Shuffle-T, 1-0.
Probably someone with a case for top 4. Not many can joke as good as him. You normally know I'm gonna win, but today
Hey.
you weren't sure. That's fine. Bastards. He's a formidable opponent. You're just living in the moment. That graveyard's been nothing but rusty chains and locked doors until Briggz said, look, shuffle over. Well, then I made space for one more.
Shuffle over. Made space for one more.
One-dimensional rapper in the scene. For the last 10 years, he's given us nothing fresh. Just copies Ricky Gervais's whole shit and makes it right.
Only 90% of it.
I don't need to watch a shuffle battle to tell you what could have happened. It's formulaic. I could have guessed. Funny how you called shuffle when we always know what's coming. I can't shuffle! I'll catch Shuffle while he teaches his little rhyme and rap beginner classes. Sliding past the guy who asked for ticket passes with a knife that's stashed within my jacket. Slice him. Drive the jacket shiver, fashioned inside his abs, his liver splatters. Drive it back. The skin is dragging like the shank. He's nicking traction. You was battling balls of fucking fire. They kind of class as mirror matches. Because you're both full of gas and a thumb and index is something I can actually twist your cat with. Try me. Let's go. Try me. Act as if I'm chatting. Don't die for rap because it's in fashion. They wanted shuffle in the graveyard. Now it's time for Michael Jackson Thriller dancings. I heard Shuffles outside. I heard Shuffles outside. Let's get this Muppet outline. I don't give a fuck about rhymes. I got this gun from round mine, me and my cousin. I said, I heard Shuffles outside. Let's get this Muppet outlined. I don't give a fuck about rhymes. I got this gun from round mine, me and my cousin. Downsized, it's just us in a brown ride, then on foot in his house like, give it up and your pal dies. And Marlowe stood there.
See, this is the thing, right? I'm just going to throw it out there. The reason why I think ultimately that Shotty, it's because that doesn't mesh well with, because it's too... sorry, let me rephrase that. It's not that it doesn't mesh well, it's just that it's such a juxtaposition and such a right-hand turn from theme, execution, pace, cadence, and the audience's participation they're trying to follow along, that I understand in comedy sometimes it's a subversion element, but I think it's just too... It doesn't give the audience time to breathe and catch the context a little bit. So even though... Dude, it's fucking filthy, this stuff from Shotty Horroh. Make no mistake. I'm just saying that Shuffle's already kind of made the context that it's funny battle. That hard stuff, I just don't know if the audience was really there for that in this context. If that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys in the comment section while you're watching this or afterwards can let me know where I'm missing it, because I've never been all that crazy. Again, I like following along, and sometimes with the gun/knife stuff, it just, no offense, I just don't know that many different combinations of GAT, so it's lost on me a little bit. But that hard left turn, I think it's what ultimately was the difference between Shuffle and Shotty in this battle ultimately, because they both came with great material, they were both funny, and they both came with some hard shit at times, and they were both equally creative when it came to their opponent. It's just that Shuffle managed that dichotomy of comedy to cutting a lot better than Shotty in this context.
Like, I don't mean to trouble you now, guys, but I've got lunch at about 5 and another function around 9. I'm just...
Marlo made that his slogan against
I'm just worried
Quill.
about time. Gun button, out lights, blood coming out his mouth like you asked Gunner about slime. Aim at a Shuffle. Aim at a Shuffle. And Shuffle outcries, are you just gonna fucking shoot me? What does it
sound like? Okay, sick. Also, Crash in the chat. What's up, Crash? Get back on the goddamn reactions, Crash.
Joe,
you're doing better than me. Get back on it.
If I don't impress Shuffle, I'll press Shuffle. Without playlist, I'm the sensation. What's a sensation to an outstation? Where would you have got without? What's a sensation to an outstation? Where would you have got without favors? Let's talk foundations. There's a difference between rock bottom and groundbreakers. If I'd have shown up today without patience, you'd be an outpatient. Oh, mortician. Shuffle on the table without Vegas. I am me. Without... If I'd have shown up today without patience, you'd be an outpatient. Oh, mortician. Shuffle on the table without Vegas. I am me, without a doubt greatest. Out of town blazing, announcing a Mal Mason. You're just me, without flavor, downgraded, outdated. Shotty.
I think that's the other thing. It became apparent that Shotty's reliance on the crowd in this one is pretty heavy. And that's probably why Shotty is... Do you know what? Here's how I would typify this in this sense. That maybe this is where my disconnect comes. Shotty is a big stage battler. He belongs in a fucking arena of hundreds of people because his style, cadence, and that sort of stuff really fucking lends itself so well to an audience that even if they react loud, it doesn't break his flow. And if he says something and it doesn't hit, it doesn't, again, that cadence and stuff doesn't, and he can feed off of the scale and the scope of a situation in a way a lot of other battlers would kind of shy away from, I think. Shuffle, in this context, again, just to highlight the difference of the dichotomy of the two, Shuffle is about that individual connection with each person in the crowd. I can't describe it better than that in the sense of Shuffle makes you feel like every time he's like doing it and he gives you a look, even though he's looking at the crowd in general, he's looking at each and every single individual person. Whereas, again, you get the feeling like Shotty is almost basking in the spotlight and the attention of it all, if that makes sense, which means that when the audience's energy isn't there and he's got nothing to feed off of, it can feel a little different. Shotty is again, he is geared towards arenas and sizes of that nature, I think. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm articulating it well, but like, yeah, it's maybe that's part of the disconnect for me as well on this one.
Shotty, Tony, Soul, Kruger, Bizzo, Bobby, Yunnan. You're about 8ish. Wait, that's without K. I can't downplay it. Fuck Shuffle-T. I've been talking smoking.
Hang on. I'm going to check that list because I don't know if I agree.
Right. Shotty, Tony, Soul, Kruger, Bizzo, Bobby, Yunnan.
Oh, right. No. Shuffle's better than Yunnan and Shuffle's better than Bobby. Sorry, Bobby. Love you to death, brother. Shuffle-T. Ugh. And also, you got to take form into it as well. Shuffle's still going. Soul is number 1 or 2. Tony is number 1 or 2. Okay? Then I say... Ugh. I'm just saying, though, yeah, you can't put Shuffle-T at 8s. Get the fuck out of here. But again, I know everyone lives and dies on Shotty Horroh's opinion. Like, fuck, is Shuffle-T 8th best in the UK now or ever? No. Get the fuck out of here with that
You're
statement.
about 8ish. Wait, that's without K. I can't downplay it.
No.
Fuck Shuffle-T. I've been talking smoking. Loud statements. DJ with the drop on him. Shuffle on the floor like house ravers. You right.
Because you spat.
You right.
Yeah. He keeps getting him. And
You rhyme words together really well. That's why the people love you, but that's just one piece of the secret puzzle. That's like missing the sea, because you see the puddle. That's where you seem to struggle. You perform like your knees would buckle if you even push up a feeble muscle. You playing through this with no conviction. Just like if someone that looks like him finds himself in legal trouble. He stays insecure, stood on the spot, looking like he needs a cuddle as he speaks so discreet and subtle.
Do you know what? I'm just going to rewind it. I'm going to let him do it again. But before he goes off, this is what I mean about Shotty Horroh's ability to intimidate. He's about to go off on the entire crowd. And the only other person I've ever seen do this successfully was Soul. And he didn't try to intimidate anybody. He was educating an audience that was like, you think I forgot this, that, the other, and therefore I'm worse. Listen, I forgot one of my rounds. You all forgot about 27 of mine. And it was one of those moments where the crowd was like, light bulbs went off in their fucking heads. This is Shotty Horroh doing only what Shotty Horroh can do, which is point to the audience and say, agree with me, motherfuckers. And everyone's like, okay. So, yeah, let him do it.
You rhyme words together really well. That's why the people love you, but that's just one piece of the secret puzzle. That's like missing the sea, because you see the puddle. That's where you seem to struggle. You perform like your knees would buckle if you even push up a feeble muscle. You playing through this with no conviction. Just like if someone that looks like him finds himself in legal trouble. He stays insecure, stood on the spot, looking like he needs a cuddle as he speaks so discreet and subtle. That's why we don't believe in you. So many elite MCs are leagues above you. We don't believe in shuffle like the dealer hustle. You get it. You get it. But that ain't the gambling part. I told Briggsy we're gonna need to see the proper shuffle or it's gonna damage the car. You think pretending to not have an ego is the cheat code? Like it's an invincible spell? He thinks if any MC is giving him hell, he just needs to giggle as well, and it isn't enough.
There he is. See? But this is the crazy thing about Shuffle. I don't think Shuffle really has an ego anymore. He just works really fucking hard and is tremendously talented and is an amazing comedian and with great comedic timing. I mean, look at that face. Look at his happy little face. Look at him. That is the face that's responsible for the Advanced Rhyming Dictionary, available now on Shuffle-T.com. The Advanced Rhyming Dictionary. Why aren't rhymes perfect? Vowel sounds. What are multisyllabic rhymes? These questions and more are answered in the Advanced Rhyming Dictionary, available on Shuffle-T.com right now.
All that nonchalant shit stopped you being the biggest you could be. If you don't believe it, we don't believe it as well. I mean, all that self-deprecating only made you belittle yourself. That's my second round here. Six out left, I got one more round. Plenty more safety in that break. Go for it.
It's alright, but here's the thing. This is how I made the argument that Shuffle won this battle. Shuffle's first beat Shotty second. Shotty second, good. You were about to see one of the all-time great UK battle rap rounds. I don't need to give it any more than that because, oh my god, I've also just realised I'm an idiot. Sorry, 1 second. That's better. Sorry, Prem. I should have had the right logo down there. Not that anyone from Premier Battles is watching this. But sorry, I got the branding wrong. I've changed it. Crash! TMR! Anyone else watching this? Where were you catching me on this? You usually catch me with my sound issues. You didn't think to say that we have a Don't Flop logo across a Premier battle? Call yourselves fans. Ridiculous. Anyways, I present to you one of the greatest UK battle rap rounds of all time.
Go, Shuff.
Yo, second round shot, let's go.
Don't do it.
Even Shotty knows.
You bastard.
Yeah, you can only laugh. That's all he can do.
Hey, yeah, can I speak to someone in HR? Yeah, it's to do with well-being and safeguards. 2915 is the number on my name card. My place of work is Shotty Horroh's graveyard.
Yes.
Well, my complaints are I never get told when a new shipment of bodies is coming in, which is a great start. I just have to wait for them to magically pop up on my radar. And I think he's in denial because I know where the graves are. I think he's in denial because I know where the graves are, and he always says that he isn't, but he is running out of space
fast. This is great. He's putting Shotty over the whole time.
I love that. If we ask too many questions, he just forces us out. He turns up some days and just orders us round. He was meant to be in for a meeting at 1:45 now. Some are saying he won't show up.
He's the best. He's the best. Shuffle was amazing.
Well, that's what people are saying.
You creased everyone in there. Everyone. Unreal. Absolutely unreal.
It's a hassle. It's a stress. It's havoc. It's a mess. I just get batches of the dead turned up through National Express.
This is it. I love. This is my favourite
And if
one.
I ask how they died, that's a sackable offence. Am I to believe that he
What? Rap battled them to death. That's incredible. Rap battled them to death.
I'm calling today because I've just had someone through. Tally.
Relevant
Another
bars.
hopeless victim, and I'm looking around and I've got no idea where the life of me I'm supposed to fit in. Got 3? No, that's taken. It's taken. It don't need filling. Well, I can put Tally in there, but he's going to have Tony with him.
Unnecessary, Shuff. Unnecessary. Tony's everyone's uncle. He stood right there, man. Unnecessary. Poor Tony.
Yeah, I get that these things are best handled with stealth. It's extra stress for me, which is bad for my health. I guess I've just got to deal with the hand I was dealt. What was your name again? All right, Briggsy. Well, thanks for your help.
10 out of 10, no fucking notes. And we're not even halfway through.
I'm glad he's laughing. Because usually he's terrifying. When he does smile, his Face ID doesn't recognise him.
That's a problem.
That, and you put on a cracking amount of weight, bit of padding around the face. You're the man of the house, it's great. But your calorie count's insane. But I'm not intimidated by you. That isn't how I'm raised. I don't feel fear next to you, I just feel massively out of shape. Now,
I am in terrible shape right now.
He did beat me in that film Versus, but it was hard for me to lose that. Because I wrote my side of the thing and they said, we can't really use that. It needs to be worse than Shotty's material, so could you write us a new rap? I said, worse than Shotty stuff? I don't know if I can do that.
Oh my days.
In the end, I had to go through about 100,000 scripts to make my stuff as bad as what's coming out of that fucking mouth of his. At one point, I just screwed up a piece of paper and rubbed it round in shit. The director said, I think we'll need to dumb it down a bit. I was in 8 Mile as well, you seen it? Oh, it's genius as fuck. Producer called me personally and said, we need you for this, Shuff. I was meant to lose to Eminem, but the scenes have all been cut. Apparently me getting beat wasn't believable enough. Now listen, me and Funny go together like bees and honey. Easy money, heretic and a vegan curry. But it's heretic and a vegan curry, but it's an understatement if you're describing me as hungry. That's like calling Ian Huntley a cheeky monkey.
Jesus. That is the bar that stuck with me the most after we left the event. I turned to my friend at the because I think I can't. That might be him there, and I was just like, dude, did Shuffle-T really just call Ian Huntley a cheeky monkey? Half the crowd aren't going to get that, and half the crowd are mortified and entertained by the offensiveness of that term. Yeah, great. Fucking brutal. Brutal. Brutal.
That your power.
I feel so comfy up here. I am winning this in every round. I should have bought an armchair, slippers and a dressing gown. You could get Briggsy up here as well, man. Fuck it, just for a laugh. We can turn this into a 1v1 and a half.
Just going after everyone now, isn't he? Going after everyone.
Because look at all the people that you need to bring with you the second that a battle's not inside of the M62. I could have had this battle in your house, in your parents' living room, and had them both arguing over who they give it to. Your mum gives it to me. Now, so if I were you, I would honestly hide in a safe space, because this could cost you your life, and that is fucking mates race. I am in here. I am in here to have a couple of quick beers and slay. I don't care if the Sharks or the Knights are the ones that win here today. Don't get that misconstrued. I mean, my win's clear on stage. I just don't care about the teams because I'm not 6 years of age.
And he just bodied every division.
Every performance
Jen,
I
you're
have
fired.
out of 10, I give myself 1,000,000. I am my own worst critic, and I think I'm fucking brilliant. The round's done. Fuck it, the round's done, got his back to the turnbuckle. Now let's see how many more puns this cunt has for the word shuffle.
Shuffle, yes. 2-0. Argue with a wall.
I mean, Shuffle-T's funny as fuck, though, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
He is
I've
indeed.
been quoting him when he's roasting him. As far as the stand-up comedy rap battle fans go, it's either Roche or him to be the GOAT for them, but there's this Joe Pesci.
Stand-up rap battle comedy. The GOAT. Don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know who we would put into that category, but who is the best battle rapper come comedian, come stand-up comedian amalgamation of the three? Good question.
Notion. Funny how? If you're focusing. Because there's two types of funny in this world, bro. and you're both of them. Because you're funny, like you're funny when they're loving you clowning. But you're funny, like there's really something funny about it. Because I don't fuck my friends over. You get bad luck from it. Pussy, try being a stand-up guy before you try being a stand-up comic. Because no matter what Kruger and Briggz do for this lad, you know his team rolling forever. Oh. He literally robbed your friends of their business, but as soon as he DMs you, you instantly fold to the pressure.
Again, I know he's Shotty Horroh. I know he can do whatever the fuck he likes. And no one's going to say a goddamn word to him, lest they incur his wrath. Trust me, I know. However, Kruger's in that audience. So is Bagnall wasn't. I don't think he was even in the UK. I think he was in Australia at the time. Kruger is there, and so is Make of that what you will.
He's paying you with the money that he owes to them. Don't act like you didn't know any better. Crazy that you made a paper back when you was the staple that didn't have the spine to hold it together.
Yeah, that is fucking... Yeah. Can't argue with that.
He does not give a fuck. He does not give a fuck. I've never met anybody as bold as he is. Could you imagine him, Kruger and Bagnall on Zoom as they host a meeting for the Sounds Like show that evening? And this tangent off in a don't flop, the whole case, the whole proceedings. He sat there like, what a cunt. What a cunt. Sorry guys, that's my phone. Hello, Ron.
Wait.
Hello, Ronan Keating. Always Ronan Keating.
If he'd have gone to Robbie Williams, that would have been funnier because he's interviewed Robbie Williams on his channel. I don't know if you guys have seen that. One of the weirdest things that I ever came across in my research, and it's the one thing I don't think I asked Shuffle about, is, so what was that like, being in my seat interviewing someone as successful as Robbie Williams in the music industry? But yeah, for your information, yeah, he interviewed Robbie Williams, and Robbie Williams, I think, would have been a little bit funnier and accurate. I don't know if Shuffle-T has any affiliation with Ronan Keating.
Hello, Ronan Keating. He does not give a fuck. You need to understand. That
hang on.
With Liam and Freddie,
maybe that was it. Maybe. So this is what I was saying. So this is why, again, I know we all joke and laugh and say, ha ha ha, no, really. But no, seriously, there's a stumble. I think that might have been it. I can't remember where it... This is the trouble. I can't remember where it was in relation to first, second, or third round. But Shotty had a stumble. And it was pretty significant. And he needed a moment to catch himself. But they've edited it out of this. And that's fine. Again, it makes for a better presentation. And again, the gimmick of Shotty Horroh being fucking untouchable. However, if you let that in and the crowd reaction had coupled with the audience reaction, I think you'd see a lot more people, again, giving what should have been a win to Shuffle-T. And all the accolades that come with that, which is Shuffle-T beat Shotty Horroh. You got a star. Fucking do something with it. Don't just say, oh, no, Shotty won. No, Shotty won. Yeah, we already know Shotty Horroh is the star. God damn it. Anyways, I think it was here. Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I think that's it. That cut right there.
You need to understand, that shit he did with Liam and Freddie, that shit made us sick. They ain't just anybody's. Without them, I don't think the scene you see today exists. I'm not saying you're a piece of shit because you didn't hold it down. I'm just saying, you ain't legit. Because he tried doing the same shit to my brother, and we squatted up and created this. Loyal to the soil. I don't fuck with anyone that wants to play with Briggz. You don't like him, I don't like you. Simple, plain as shit. Yeah. That's why our careers meet a fork in the road. And they separate, like this. Because you're still maintaining a main event career and getting a wage from it. And I'm the guy that pays you it. Oh. And I did your little panel show for free twice. It was COVID times. I let the love persuade me. You couldn't sell tickets, make money. There was no crowd. Stuff was crazy. You came at me with the whole with friends angle. And I bought it. Because me charging Shuffle shady. Until we needed you during the pandemic and your attitude was fuck you, pay me. So fuck Shuffle-T.
Tell him, Shuff.
And his book. And his infiltrating gentrification of the class. These posh cunts see what the streets created with the scraps and want to turn it into data in an app. Click this link and learn how to be hip-hop. Fuck off! We ain't got... I said click this link and learn how to be hip-hop. Fuck off! We ain't got the patience for all that. For your book to be useful to me, I'd have to tape it to my app so I was safe from getting stabbed. I didn't learn this shit from a fucking
It is
book.
stab proof.
I was battling on the
It's
street
stab proof.
corner since I had a bus pass and a pocket full of dust caps. People hate it. People hate it. Fuck that. I handled the positive and the negative like a blood bank. Me versus you one-on-one ain't a good match because I've always been a couple points above you, like an omelette. Listen. Next thing I want to talk about is very fucking serious stuff. It's not a joke. Because I don't trust a man whose arms don't move when he walks. It's one of those.
It's one of those.
Next thing I
Shuffle's
want to
gone.
talk about is serious. I don't trust a man whose arms don't move when he walks. It's one of those. Why do your arms look so heavy, bro? I gotta know. You look like every single parent on the council estate trying to carry your mum's worth of shopping home. Fucking strange guy. Looking like the little men in black and alien inside him can't operate the arms and legs at the same time. And thank you very much. Another straight white male with a podcast.
Me and Shotty Horroh in complete agreement
with
about
long
this.
hair and edgy jokes.
Yeah.
Fucking Russell off-brand.
Yeah. Fair play. Fair play.
That's me, thank you.
There it is.
Now your music has actually been a little different lately. When you up and switch so fucking quick, it comes across as shady. That Scum of the Earth album was so Oasis influenced, it was crazy. I said, do you think you might have ripped them off a bit? He said, maybe.
Cheap pots. It works.
I said, yeah, definitely maybe. I said, yeah, definitely maybe. Now, like, here's what I think happened. I think you started copying them little by little.
There it is.
Then you just roll with it. Heads up in the clouds. I mean, he doesn't hear it. Makes him wonder what all the fuss is about.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch.
No one's more pissed
Bit of a
off than
stretch.
me. No one's more pissed off than me. I liked how your old album sounds. In fact, I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you. Don't look back in anger. Right. You blended Britpop and hip-hop with rock. Thought it would be shit hot, big shock. It's not. You ripped off a band you like, and yeah, you did it beautifully. But musically, now you're nowhere near as good as you used to be. Because when you sell out your art for a dime, it'll never be far from your mind. Because when you've been cast to the side, those steps are a bastard to climb. You're energy starved and you'll try, but never re-grasp on those heights. Your penmanship starts to decline. Your presence, your bars and your lines, and everything's harder to rhyme. Integrity's hard to define, but when you pretend to be part of the life of a celebrity's art that you like, all you're doing is karaoke. You dress up, you dance, and you mime. So that's why... Fuck you, man. Stop doing that. All you're doing is karaoke. You dress up, you dance, and you mime. So all you've actually done is perfected the art of disguise. That's why you're running out of smoke like a contestant and stars in their eyes. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to shove Noel Gallagher's dick in every hole that I can fit. Every role that you can give. This ain't the old slap on the wrist. You're facing the whole caliber list. No, you're facing the whole character list of Soul Calibur 6. That's why he's saying shit lines these days like, it tally and blood run in the streets. Oh my God, you're such a prick. The Manny crowd were loving it. Most people wouldn't fuck with it. I was just watching with a confused face. I couldn't keep up with it. Not because it's too complex, just because it's fucking shit. Italian blood running the streets, I'll slow it down, I'm outmaneuvering. I'm getting a bit too complex, so let me do some tutoring. See, I said something about the mafia.
I forgot he does like a little impression, and it's not a million miles off. Fair play.
But I included in his pseudonym. I didn't give a shit if you crammed his name in there, it still has fuck all to do with him. Let me say something simple and make it official. Battle rap bars aren't personal just because their name or initial is placed in the middle. Every round from you these days is just this crazy, horrid scheme. You make it sound complex, but it's the same obnoxious theme. People used to be able to battle in a way they'd want to speak. Whatever happened to just fucking saying what you mean? Every line, I said one thing that sounds like another thing. Isn't that clever? And I'm just watching from the side like, mate, it isn't that clever. So I won't dress this up in wordplay, I'll just tell you what the truth is. I think insecurity is the reason you became a unit. Your battles aren't that great these days, neither is your music. I think you're overrated, and I think you're fucking stupid. This is loudmouth bullshit. This is loudmouth bullshit versus strong and silent. You make something simple feel like rocket science. I make rocket science feel like comic timing, like Hugh Laurie, the two. This is loudmouth bullshit versus strong and silent. You make something simple feel like rocket science. I make rocket science feel like comic timing, like Hugh Laurie, the two Ronnies, and Monty Python. So it doesn't make an ounce of difference how you spin it, which way round you flip it, upside down and twisted. I am bound to win this, and the crowd can witness this counterfeited coward's limits. There's always praise for you, and you're showered with it, put on a pedestal, like some proud exhibit. They put you in their top 4. They've mapped out your image. Well, you can take Mount Rushmore. I'll take Mount Olympus. Then you...
He must know. He must know.
You can take Mount Rushmore. I'll take Mount Olympus. You say I'm a clown as if it means that I'm annoyed. I love that reputation. That's my pride and joy. So go find some roids, all right? Enjoy. Take that belt to its biting point. I'll just kick you in the bollocks with my clown shoe so hard you'll have a higher voice than a choir boys. Now listen, if you're watching from overseas, watch more UK battle rap. Watch Frankie Frost, O'Shea, Koj, Gemini. It's action-packed. Watch Premier Battles, don't flop, no loose chat. Fuck it. Watch some Danny Jack. Just stop giving your attention to this overrated fucking twat. I've hit you with wordplay, angles, aggression, concepts. This battle's what I make it. You just forever rely on Americanized, generically rhymed name flips. You're an imitator. You see what's out there and you claim it. I'm an innovator. I see what's out there and I change it.
God fucking damn. Performance of a lifetime for Shuffle-T. Performance of a lifetime. Great event, by the way. Plug 3. Great event overall. And there you go.
First round, Shotty came out strong.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
He showed his comedic side.
Let's see.
I feel like Shuffle came out straight after that and matched it. I even said to Shotty,
do you know what?
It's going to be hard for him to...
This is interesting. I don't know if I've reacted to any videos recently that had the judging afterwards. This is kind of an old school thing these days to have the judges, like, afterwards. You don't see that very often at the moment.
Match that, Shotty turned and said to me, watch what he does, and he came and he delivered. I had the first round going to Shuffle. The second round, Shotty came more in the Shotty Horroh style, rapping, punching, heavy, whole bunch of flips, a whole bunch of punchlines, a whole bunch of haymakers.
Yeah.
Shuffle came, very funny. I had Shotty taking that round, so it's 1-1 going into the third.
Okay.
Shotty starts again, same thing. He's very comedic, very punch heavy as well. Has a little slip. Jumps back on, recovers from it
third
very
round
well.
then. There you go.
Strong round. Shuffle's third round. He comes out. He starts with an Oasis thing, and he's very funny.
That's what he's going to say. He's lost him with that,
strong
isn't
round.
it?
It was a good breakdown and everything. It came down to the third for me. I feel like I've been going back and forth on this. Initially, I feel like Shuffle, his round was much more cleaner in his whole entirety, but I did feel like I didn't really like the first half of his third round. So for me, overall, I preferred more of Shotty's round. But I still give the third to Shuffle. I'll stick with my original because I feel like two high caliber battlers.
Okay.
It's always going to come down to the small things between them. I feel like it's so close in the third. They was both great. I just feel like because Shotty had the little slip, it just edged it a little bit more towards Shuffle. I'm not mad if someone says it was Shotty. I'll probably feel like it's Shotty when it lands on camera, but yeah, that's my decision. 2-1 to Shuffle, but a fire battle both ways. And I'm not mad if it's judged other way for Shotty overall.
Interesting. Okay. Again, this is why I throw it out there to people. Like, am I missing the thread when it comes to the complexity of what Shotty Horroh is doing and saying? I'm not a battler, so I've never tried to execute the synchronicity of rhyming and cadence and hitting your beats and and crowd manipulation, all the rest of that sort of stuff. But I feel like with me, I tend to judge my stuff on creativity. Like, have I heard something like that before? Have I heard something against that opponent like that before? How well was it executed? How well did it land? And then kind of whether or not it speaks to me. That's why even with gun and knife stuff, right? I don't really gel with that because, I mean, you know, I didn't grow up around them. So it doesn't speak to my experience. I'm more into battle rap for the complexity, the word-based nature of it, the humor of it. So the fact that Rivers here is kind of articulating the point that the material, the content of the material didn't speak to him is interesting. Like, it's crazy how much that could impact a battler's career, isn't it? The fact that performing in one area over another might net you a loss. Not anything to do with how you execute it, how you comprise it, how creative you are. The content of it, not what you do with the content, might ultimately weigh against you. Interesting. All right. I've got to wrestle with that one day. For now, 2-1 to Shuffle from the first judge.
Yo, what's going on, Brucey? Premier battles. Been 5 years since man I've been at a battle event. Just want to say hold tight everyone that's involved. Like, keep the team moving, you know what I'm saying? It's good to be here. The levels are high, but yeah, let's get into the judgment of this battle. So first round, I feel like Shotty came out and his angle was like, I'm better than you. And even after he finished his round, I was stood there and, you know, Shotty reacts to bars and that kind of thing while the other person's rapping, and I feel like he said he was better than him, but he didn't really say anything that countered what he said back. So Shuffle got the first round for me. I feel like he just came out clean, the whole let's go thing, like from then he just had that first round, you know what I'm saying? And then I feel like as the battle went on, I just think Shotty just, like second round especially, Shotty showed that he's a barer, you get what I'm saying? That's one thing that Shuffle lacks, like just being able to just spray and just shell bars, you get what I'm saying?
Fine, except for that third round was an evisceration of Shotty Horroh, and the second half of the first round. This is what I'm saying, man. Listen back to what was actually said to each person. If it's just like, yeah, Shotty rattled off a bunch of bars, how many of them were applicable to Shuffle-T? Like, I'm sorry, execution fine. In terms of how visceral they were, how much they connected with the crowd, fine. How many people could that have fucking applied to, though? We're here to watch a battle against two opponents, not material that can be extracted and extrapolated towards other battlers. And I'm sorry, Shuffle-T tailored almost everything to Shotty or himself. So, no!
So Shotty just shelled him in the second. Third round, obviously Shotty had the choke, but I feel like just the whole street angle.
See, he called it a choke. He called it a choke, and he's going to give him the third round.
That he came with just saying that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not about this. Like, you're really not about this. Like, I got a gun off my brethren kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? And, like, that's the essence of rap, do you know what I'm saying? That's where it comes from, and he's right in saying that to a certain degree. Even though I did really enjoy Shuffle's last round, and I feel like overall, just because of the way that Shuffle's approach to the battle, I preferred more than Shotty's, to be honest. Just because, like I said, when you come in like on an I'm better than you thing too much, and that's your angle, and doing all the shuffle bars, Like that's it. It's a bit predictable, but Shotty showed that he's a baller. Do you get what I'm saying? And he outbarred him through the whole battle. So I give it 2-1 to Shotty. Whole type Premier battles, Brucey. Wow.
Yo, Yunnan, just watched Shuffle vs. Shotty.
Fascinating to see how history treats people in battle rap. We've now got Yunnan here, who is persona non grata at the time of this recording.
Fucking crazy battle.
Interesting.
Just a long, drawn-out breakdown like that.
Am I the only one, by the way, who still finds it weird to see Yunnan with hair? I still find it weird. I mean, he looks, apart from the spot, but like he looks so much happier and healthier now, and with hair, fantastic. Although I'm just saying, it's weird to see him with hair.
Win in the first round.
It's like seeing Krillin with hair.
Second and the third. Did have to stumble in the third, but I feel like he recovered well. And, you know, my personal preference is, you know, I like aggressive rapping and bars and lyricism. I think Shuffle definitely brought some of that out, and he's not to be discredited for that performance. It was fucking amazing, but Shotty too.
And there you go. Fuck. Sorry. Before anyone says a goddamn thing, I know I'm not a battler, and you just heard from Brucey and from fucking Yunnan, and both of them are going to have more credentials and infinitely more fucking credibility when it comes to judging battle raps than I ever will. However, I got fucking ears, lads, and I was there in the room and I watched it again on YouTube. You will never, ever fucking convince me that Shuffle-T didn't win that fucking battle. Listen to the reactions, watch the execution, actually analyze the stuff in the rounds to see who was aiming what at who, and you will see that the only time Shuffle-T was let down was the Oasis stuff, because yes, probably a little bit too on the nose, and he extended it for probably too long. I think he probably just really liked it as a concept. Tell me that second round isn't a fucking all-timer. Tell me he didn't come out in that first round and from a crowd that was really just there to, like he kind of highlighted, to see him get bodied by Shotty, absolutely fucking eviscerated, and watch Shotty's demeanor change after the first round. It goes from, this is going to be fun and it's going to be a roast, to in the middle of that third round and it starts turning to, I'm actually in a battle here. That's why the fucking viscerality had to come out, because he had to start taking him seriously, and then he has a stumble in the third. And everyone wants to make a big deal out of stumbles or chokes until it's someone that they like. And I'm sorry, Shuffle didn't stumble or choke. He executed 2, you could make the argument 3 really creatively solid, fucking solid rounds. Shotty came in, I'm not saying he didn't perform well. Shuffle-T won that battle. Shuffle-T won that fucking battle. And here's the thing, if Premier Battles has made any mistakes since, is not capitalizing on that. Shotty Horroh is not battling. In fact, has he battled since? I don't think he has. Has Shuffle battled since? I think he might have done. Which means, who actually has more mileage in UK battle rap right now, lads? I'm sorry to keep banging on about this, but if you are going to keep hanging your hat on aspects, tried and trusted methods from fucking 10 years ago at this point, are you really surprised it doesn't work 10 years on, when almost nothing from a content creation perspective still works from that era? Because it turns out, after 10 years and the most expedited cultural process maybe in history, thanks to technology and how quickly things move, it doesn't work anymore. Things have moved on. You've got Shuffle, who is constantly evolving, constantly adapting, constantly producing new and inventive ways of expressing himself and getting his name out there. A multitude of different ways to expose that guy and utilize his creative talents. And who have they booked him against since? And you won't hear fucking differently from me, from anybody else. I'm sorry. Shotty Horroh gave a great performance. I'm not here to say he didn't, but tell me Shuffle-T didn't win that so I can see what you look like when you're lying. Fucking hell. God fucking damn it. Great battle though. Fantastic battle. I don't know why I'm so mad about it. Why do I get so mad about that? I don't know. It's because I'm a massive fan of Shuffle-T, and I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves from people who consider themselves like hardcore, like battle rap, bars, hardness, guns and whatnot. It's like, Yeah, but actually listen to what the lad is doing. Like, if you're mad that he's doing what you do better, I don't know what to say to that other than just admit you're jealous and let's all move on with our lives. Yeah, I mean, I was there on the day as well. Yeah, it was great on the day, fantastic on the day. If it wasn't for that fucking 10-foot tall guy in the grey sweat fucking jumper and trousers and fucking grey hat. Matching grey everything. Who gets matching grey fucking everything? Weird. So I didn't see a lot of the battle live. I heard it all. Couldn't see most of it because, yeah. But yeah. Crash, if you're still here, what the hell happened, man? I keep waiting for you to drop reactions to stuff. What happened? And don't give me I'm preparing for battles. I don't accept that. Get back on it, young man. Yeah. I don't know if anyone's got any comments about it. Interesting battle, I thought, on paper. Interesting battle as it played out. I think, though, even though, again, I seem to be alone in believing that Shuffle won, at least overtly saying it and why, I think it was predictable that Shotty got the win because it's one of those things where you go, oh, well, Shotty's going to get the win. Or they're going to say, well, really, it's more of a promotional battle anyway, so no one really won and lost, so let's not dwell on it. Nah, man, I'm sorry. If you want to call it Battle of the Year, give the credit to the guy who won the fucking battle, Shuffle-T, and then book him accordingly. Give him some fucking... As they like to say, give him some fucking plates, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, fuck it. Let me have a look. Because I'm just being as honest as I possibly can be right now. If anyone in America or in the UK beat Shotty Horroh, do you want to tell me that they're not now going to go on a booking tear with that person? So let's have a look. Shuffle-T versus. And let's go... relevance. Upload date. Well, that's my video. I don't care about that. So Sharon, 35k views 6 months ago. And then you got a lot of sounds like stuff. Don't Flop and Marlo. Not that I'm mad that they booked that at 10-year anniversary of the compliments, but great. Harry Baker. Again, I like Harry Baker and he gave a hell of a performance. And then he did the thing with Gem. And that's it. That's it. Squandered. Squandered is what it was. One of the most prolific and talented comedians, writers, battlers, rappers in the UK. And he beat Shotty Horroh. You have every excuse to take that, book him on a tear. And he battled his best mate in a rematch from something from 10 years ago, albeit great and fun and comedically rife and all the rest of that sort of stuff. But we protected Shotty Horroh because he's Shotty Horroh, and we can't run the risk of impugning the reputation of the Golden Goose with a loss. Lest he book a battle finally against someone we can make a more lucrative battle out of in time, and he hasn't battled anyone since. Give me strength. Fucking hell. Anyways, I could rant about that for ages. I really could, but I've already betrayed my no negativity promise of the year. Fucking hell, we're only in February. So I've already spewed enough negativity on this show. Any questions, queries, thoughts, rebuttals? Anyone want to push back on anything I've said concerning the battle? You have your opportunity to do so now, because I'm going to ramble a little bit, so you'll have time to catch up and then comment on me for me to read it. As far as the Halcyon Show goes, seeing as I now have your attention, or maybe I don't, maybe you all fucked off when I started ranting about how Shotty Horroh lost. Anyway, Kingsley Thunder's interview is being chopped up and disseminated into multiple parts. So if you didn't catch the full interview, I would strongly encourage you to go and check out some of the smaller pieces of the interview that are now going to be hopefully circulating. The same will be done for Enigma's interview, 9-2's interview, Rick Charles's interview, Paris, and Kinnell. All of those will be shrunk and made into segments so you can see those. Yeah, that's it really. I wish I could tell you that there's interviews. I think yeah, I'm not going to betray my I'm not going to betray any confidences. I will just say I have tried really hard over the last couple of weeks to get a couple of interviews over the line, and yeah, hasn't happened. Oh, again, got a lot of yeses. Yeah, sure, I'll come on the show. I'll be on. Day comes, can't get a hold of them. So, the interviews might be a while. That's all I can really say. And this was the last live stream I wanted to get done because I just wanted to get my favorite Marlow battle out of the way, or one of my favorite Marlow battles, and I was actually at this event. So, and I think I've already told the story of my experience at the Plug 3 enough, so you don't need to hear it again. It's fine. And yeah, I just wanted to broach this one again because really and honestly and truthfully, it seems like one of the great schisms in where battle rap could have gone in the UK versus where it went. It stuck to its paradigm of current big stars are who we need to book around. We are not going to book for the future. We are not going to book accordingly. We are just going to persevere and persist with the status quo and hope things change. That great mantra of the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Yeah, frustrating. And I think you see now with the ascension of various talents, at least in the eyes of a British audience, that there is still a talent pool that could be and should be utilized for the future instead of trying to preserve and protect reputations that may have been true and valuable 10 years ago, but now, fuck, people just want to see some of these names battle, man. I don't think they even really care about who they battle. Like, people watching this right now, do you really care who Shotty Horroh battles next? Just so long as he fucking battles? Do you really care who Lunacy battles so long as he battles someone next? Do you care who Soul, Tony D battles next, O'Shea battles next, so long as they battle? I know you don't, because I know you want to see them, because again, like me, we know we're running out of time to see them do their thing before they completely lose interest, or before the genre itself moves on onto something else. Pen game is now developing to a point where people are misconstruing that as what is good battle rap in the UK. I get that people for now know that there's a distinction between on-beat and battle rap, but how much longer before they see that and make that association over battle rap? That seems criminal to me. Personally, I just think that pen game, as good as it is to certain people, when I watch it, I think derivative and basic compared to the purity, and I know I sound like a bit gatekeeperish here, but the purity of battle rap. Classic, legitimate, spoken, non-beat battle rap. So we only have that much time. Lads, get it booked. Dream match this shit. You've got the... Again, it's not as if Shotty doesn't have the platform and the ability to be able to promote a card around himself. Once a year. Twice a year. With the million other ventures he's doing. Cool. Fine. Fair enough. Shuffle's battling. And Shuffle has fucking a bunch of shit on as well. He's appearing in every other PC World advert right now. Come on. Book it. We want to see people battle that we know and we like, and we need to see them get battles against preferably up-and-comers who could do with the rub. No offense to that generation, but part of the reason why all of them are considered at least partially legendary now is because they all battled each other, and therefore they have shared history and a common lineage towards that era of Don't Flop. How is this generation going to benefit unless they get that rub? The only battlers that I can think offhand who have lent that to them, to this generation of battlers, are Tony D, Shuffle-T, and Bobby Rex. Sit. Everybody else tends to keep to themselves and their own cliques in terms of who will battle who. Prem are pushing that. They are trying it. Don't Flop don't seem to have a fucking interest in doing that. They seem to find it perfectly reasonable to let contenders battle it out amongst themselves, never realizing, yeah, but if you never shine an audience to that person and the main event scene for that person, why would an audience want to consider that person a top-tier battler? Seems ridiculous to me. Prem seem to at least be trying to push that idea and notion now. You saw that with Gas Buff and Bobby. And again, I would argue, the upset of upsets, Gas Buff beat Bobby Rex. You need to now book Gas Buff accordingly, lads. He did a job. And he's now should be in line for some great battles down the road. Georgie Roots is another one. I know that he's not kicked on since. There could be a variety, a multitude of reasons for that. Crow, maybe, is another one that you should be looking at for the future in terms of really building up steam. But I think the thing with Crow is he hasn't had that seismic battle yet. Mainly because he hasn't been offered it. Like, it's difficult, man. It is difficult. I genuinely think that a lot of this generation could offer you so much more if you just give them the opportunity. Even someone like Biz, who I know has been around forever, do not tell me that battle against Tony... I get that the battle against Bobby Rex was his crowning moment, but Tony was his legitimizing moment. His battle against Tony was the thing that made everyone kind of stand up and go, ooh, Bizzo fucking... Okay. All right, Biz. You go get that shit. And we owe Tony a lot for that. Because effectively, Bobby did for Bizzo and Tony did for Bizzo what Shotty, what Luna, what Soul, what a lot of guys could be doing for battlers now, which is just giving them that sprinkle of legitimacy that then makes everyone happy about buying a ticket for them headlining or co-main eventing. Instead of trying to book entire cards of guys who are comparatively on an audience's mindset of a level. Like, and if the counter argument is, oh, you can't put those guys in with guys who are so much higher tiered in terms of the audience perception because it damages them if they lose. I think we're past the pale when it comes to that, lads. I think you just got to fucking book it now. You just got to get on with it and book it. Because otherwise you're going to lose these guys entirely. And what's better, getting a rub or not at that point? I know what I said. People saying pause. I know what I said and I stand by it. Come on, you fuckers. There's 2 of you in there. Who is it? Do you know what? Stick your hands up. I want to know who's in. I want to know who's watching right now. I'd have you on the live stream, but I don't know how I can make that work these days. It doesn't seem to... my laptop doesn't like concurrent live feeds. But there's 2 of you in there. I want to know who's in the chat. I want to know what you think. I've been ranting for 20 minutes about the future of battle rap. Come on. Crash has said he's going to get me on... Hang on. Let me see what he's... Get me on interview soon. I'll give you a little lesson. Crash wants me to interview him? Brave. Spend the whole interview undermining his channel. I can't have my competition on here showing me up. Fuck out of here. I'm joking. If Crash ever wants to come on, it's the same with Cammy, man. Cammy just threw it out there and I was like, dude, you can come on. Yeah. Let's fucking chat. Or maybe, do you know what? No, maybe I invited him on and said, dude, let's just chat. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, man, come on. We can just shoot the shit about battle rap for a bit. I ended up having a really fun conversation. But yeah. Well, you know what? Since no one said anything in nearly an hour, I'm going to assume no one actually wants to chat about this. So, yeah, let's just leave it. All right. So, that was Shuffle-T versus Shotty Horroh. Shuffle-T won. Deal with it. And, yeah. Crash apparently is inviting himself onto the show. The Gulag as well. I'd be interested to see if he wants to invite himself or if he wants to invite me on at some point. I'm due to go back on... sorry, the Gulag. TMR. Sorry, TMR. I read it left to right and read the right part last, so that's the bit I read. TMR probably need to find me an excuse to be on soon. Because every time I ask questions on his show, again, it makes everyone react the same, which is... What? And they don't follow me. So it's that thing of... You interview someone one-on-one, they can manage my questions. If you ask it in a group chat, my questions always come across as really snide and convoluted. It's not my fault. It's just the way I am. Anyways. Yeah, that'll do. I had fun. Thanks for joining me. Lorne Risley, host of the Halcyon Show. That was Shotty Horroh versus Shuffle-T. Shuffle-T won. That was for Premier Battles, the Plug 3. Good battle. Fun battle. Battle of the year? Not sure. Pretty good battle. Very good battle. But battle of the year? And yeah. yeah, I lament. I will discuss the future of battle rap when it's pertinent to do so, if it's pertinent to do so. Right now, I had my little rant just because I see that as a typification of both promotions. Premier sometimes falling into making the mistakes of the past and not learning from them. But what are you going to do? Anyways, that's that. My name's been Lord Risley, host of the Halcyon Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check out some of the other... whatever. I have videos. Tons of them. Go and have a look through, see if anything tickles your pickle. If it doesn't, keep scuttling along to YouTube. There's a million other content creators that deserve and would appreciate said attention. So, in the meantime, take very good care of yourselves. That's my last live stream for a little while because I don't have anything else planned. Neither do I have anything that I'm desperate to watch and review. There are no interviews planned. So, yeah, I might end up going quiet for another month. I know, right? Hooray to all of my haters. Yeah, that'll be that. So, listen. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate your time as always. I hope you're taking very good care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I guess I'll see you as and when on the next episode of The Halcyon Show.